Welcome to the Biz Gone Social podcast. We help entrepreneurs navigate how to get known, get customers, and get the edge over their competition. Here is your host, Lorraine Duncan.
So here we are on the Biz Gone Social podcast, and I'm so glad to be here. And my promise to you, as always, is I want to give you a little bit of verbal caffeine that's going to energize your business and your social media marketing and help you stay social. After all, don't you want to be the business everyone's talking about? I know I do. And I'm so super stoked today to have Bob Sorensen with me, who works for an amazing company. And they certainly are a company that is all over the place and known. So, Bob, welcome.
Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit about ServiceMaster Superior Cleaning and Restoration.
Yeah, and speaking of ServiceMaster, could you tell me a little bit about what you do for ServiceMaster and how ServiceMaster helps the local community?
Terrific. I am the sales and marketing manager for this franchise. And just to give you an overview, ServiceMaster has 7,000 franchises globally, 5,000 in the U.S. And my franchise, ServiceMaster Superior Cleaning and Restoration, covers Westchester and Fairfield County, so right close to our favorite market. And we provide everything from home cleaning services to mitigation and restoration for water or mold damage, smoke, fire, and storms, right? We had Ida that went through in September, so quite busy. And at that time, getting a restoration company might have been a challenge as it was a significant storm.
Yeah, and I noticed, I see, on your socials and on, your advertising and on your website that you do a lot for the community. You've done several big projects for the fire department and stuff.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your community service that your company does.
Absolutely. Obviously, with businesses that are involved in a community, also provide, some free or non-charge or donated services. So particularly during COVID, we worked for instance, Stanford Fire Department, Turnip River. We provided a cleaning and sanitizing for all their equipment. And we're in with, protective PPE equipment. I work with the Portchester, Rybrook Ambulance Corps, donating services for their facilities. We clean their facilities in terms of sanitizing and disinfecting top to bottom, including equipment. So, and then we also, one that I'm quite proud of is we're involved with Cleaning for a Reason. Cleaning for a Reason is set up for those individuals that have cancer. It's a national organization, and we provide services at no charge, cleaning for home. Someone that has cancer, and it could be from an adult or an elder care patient to children. If there's cancer in the home, it's tough to keep up on everything. So we provide that service, and we do it through Cleaning for a Reason. They provide us the name of a patient, and then we follow up in contact and donate those services. We are very fortunate to be in a community as strong as these two counties offer, and it's our privilege to extend services when needed for those first responders. So we also did police departments. I did the Portchester Village Police Department, and for again sanitizing and disinfecting services. So we are quite a strong franchise with 25 vehicles. And we have multiple truck mounts, so everything from carpet cleaning to flood water damage repair. It's a very much needed and very specialized process that we go through with we use green solvents. We're not using anything of harsh chemicals, but these are all ServiceMaster corporate brand products, and right down to smoke and odor removal. So if somebody was smoking a cigar in a new house, or someone's selling their home and they want to have the odors removed, it's a fairly simple process, but it requires specialized equipment.
Wow. I just want to give kudos to your company for doing the community service. I have a special heart for people who have cancer. So it does my heart good to know that there's a company out there that cares. I know at least you see trucks all the time. So I know I've seen at least 5 different trucks for, restoration and cleaning, etc. What would you say separates? I mean, you could go in the telephone book, well, not the telephone book anymore, but you can go online and,
Yes.
You can Google, restoration companies or mold remediation or carpet cleaning or whatever. But what separates ServiceMaster, in your opinion, what separates ServiceMaster from the rest of them?
Well, ServiceMaster typically has a larger franchise base. So we have up to 50 employees. I have 25 vehicles. So oftentimes some of the smaller ones will go out with 2 or 3 individuals. So we not necessarily are we going to send 4 vehicles and crews over to the particular job, but for commercial or residential situations, we have the equipment and the expertise. We're all trained and have the certifications for, restoration and mitigation and remediation that's required. But also, if you want duct cleaning in the home, we provide, there's average home will have 40 pounds of dust in their HVAC systems, and that the air outside is cleaner than the air inside. So it's important that every other year we clean those ducts. So we separate ourselves that way. And interesting, you mentioned about Google, and we have what I like to call, if we think of a fishing boat that goes out on charter, they have 30 lines in the water. So basically, that's my digital marketing. I go and talk about whether you're looking for carpet cleaning or oriental carpet cleaning or mold and mildew removal. So we have a very complex manner of getting in front of those that are searching. And we're 5-star Google rated, and it's really that comfort level that we provide. So not only the services, when my project manager goes in, we'll greet the customer, we'll talk to that customer. Here's how we're going to, they just had a hot water heater that burst, and it's a finished basement, and here's how we'll go. They're very upset at times. And so we'll explain how we're going to approach it, how our employees will manage the process. All of our employees wear collared and with logo uniforms, and all the equipment is ours, and they're commercial dehues, and we have moisture readings so that we'll know when it's at times we'll take maybe 18 inches of sheetrock off, so because we know that that's been wet to such an area at such a level that it has to come out. And then it's easy enough to replace that with a little tape and sheetrock. A contractor can replace it. But we'll pull off flooring, we'll pull up carpeting, we'll pull up tiles. We will do vinyl composite tiles in terms of also cleaning and stripping. So for those commercial establishments, tile and grout cleaning. We worked for some of the churches in our community in Greenwich, replacing and we're cleaning their commercial kitchen. So from the stove that looked like needed a good cleaning to having it cleaned thoroughly, and it's a broad range, and I invite people to look at it's ServiceMaster, Superior, Cleaning and Restoration, ServiceMasterSCI.com for those that want to view.
And what I'll do is I'll also put the link in the post when I post the podcast. But one thing that I'm, knowing you for as long as I've known you, and I mean, when I think of, because you're a sales and marketing manager, and so that's your expertise, experience. I always think of you as the king of sales and marketing. But here's the thing, as business owners, so a lot of business owners listen to this podcast, and every day, even if your specialty isn't sales and marketing, every day a business owner has to sell and market themselves. If there was one piece of advice that you can give to my listeners about sales and marketing, what would you say that would be?
It's really to understand not only customers' needs, and customers could be diverse, whether, again, if it's just a commercial business or it's a residential home or it's a group of businesses, is to understand that customer's needs and be able to provide information that affords a comfort level and delivers a clear message of what your product will do to enhance or address the situation that's required. So it's being truthful, being, completely transparent and honest, and being able to back that up with details and reference materials. So whether it's a brochure or information or the website, a website is also good. And also, what you do with physical and social, our social media sites also speak to it. And we try to put the human nature into it. And of course, our community involvement.
Yeah. And one thing I really appreciate about you, Bob, is that you are on top of the new trends in marketing. And it's so easy to, go back to, we're going to do it like we always did it. But you have realized in your, many years of experience that things change, trends change. And I see you move with the trends and you move with the things that are going to work for your company. And that is what makes you a good sales and marketing manager. So I thank you for just popping on to my podcast. I hope there's so much you can learn from Bob, even by listening to today, because if he's, he works for the company. He doesn't own the company, but he probably knows more about the company than maybe a lot of employees, or because he knows how to sell and market ServiceMaster, and he does a great job. So learn from the best. And we always want to learn from the best on the Biz Gone Social podcast. And until next week, I'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Biz Gone Social podcast. Find us on Instagram at Biz Gone Social for extra tips. Check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, stay social.